Obviously, I'm going to pass the mic over to Brian Jennings. Brian obviously has the heart of a champion. We should commend him for a great fight, good performance. It didn't go his way, but you know he will be back. And I will say a few words, and then we'll open it up for questions. I want to thank our co-promoter Gary Shaw for this opportunity, and he's obviously here with his manager Jay Prince, so he's available for questions as well. So Brian, go ahead, a few words.
Well, I'd like to, first of all, thank everybody that supported me, that support me still. It's part of the game, and it just wasn't my night. It was what it was. But I still showed that I still wanted to at least try to fight, but it just wouldn't happen. It just wasn't there. That's the game. That's the fight game. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with these questions because I'd rather answer than I'd rather speak my mind.
This is Jennings. First things first, man. Congratulations on your heart.
Thank you.
Great, man. Fighting it out. What was your corner telling you each round when you're coming back?
Well, my corner was pretty much telling me to, keep moving my head, and stop leaving my head where it was at. And, I just got a little bit too comfortable with just leaving my head where it was at. But that just wasn't the main fault. But, I just kept the same routine instead of switching it up when he switched it up. I didn't adjust well. I didn't adjust well at all.
Brian, you said that he adjusted well, but he went to the left uppercut over and over and over again, and that was, wound up being the payoff punch. What about that? I mean, he had a lot of success with it early and kept going back to it.
Yeah, but that also came from, me, keeping my head right there. It was just, it was a tough task, and then, I got hurt in the first round, and I have to look at it to see how I look, but how I felt is kind of like, I was trying to get back at it. I was trying to get it back. I was fighting to get it back. The whole second round, it was like, shoot, it was like I still was like blacked out. Like the lights would seem like it was too bright for me. So I still fought, and I think I did way better the second round than I did the first. So the second round I probably was in worse condition than the first round because I was feeling the effects of it then, but third round I kind of got it back, and I was trying to get it all the way, but I just was working, and just trying to get it grooved.
Brian, just quick, as the stoppage was going on, it seemed that you were very well aware of what was going on, and you clearly reacted to the stoppage. Do you feel that you were hurt enough for a stoppage, or do you feel you were, because you were very well there, but it looked like a clear stoppage?
The clear stoppage. I ain't gonna try to say it was a premature stoppage. The ref did. I mean, hey, this dude can't continue. Let's go, stop it. I knew it. I knew it when I got up, and I'm thinking, I wish it was basketball. I was trying to look up and see how much more time left in the ring and the round, but it just wouldn't happen. And that same almost blackout from the first round, kind of reoccurred. And I probably could have stayed away and probably used my legs, but those first 3 steps off of the count, it's a wrap.
How do you think Klitschko and Ortiz would match up?
The styles make fights. It was the styles just make fights. I can't even predict it.
Brian, I know you're still processing it, about 30 minutes after the fight, but does the result, does it make you anxious to get back in the ring, or is it like you're good for now, like you have to, take a break and let it
Well, no, but yeah, like you said, it hasn't really hit me yet, but it's part of the game. Yeah, it's part of the game, but just like I put on my Instagram 5 minutes afterwards, it's part of the game, and maybe a part of the game I didn't want to be a part of, but it is what it is. I mean, it is what it is, but me getting back, I had a tough road recently, I fought some tough opponents, but I'm a fighter, and I'm from Philly, and I show heart. I did what I had to do, it just wasn't my night tonight.
Do you believe changing your corner had anything to do with what you fought?
We definitely won't start those rumors. Not saying that you will, but I'm clarifying that.
Okay.
Definitely wasn't. We had a great camp. And Jack still was with me the whole camp. We were very comfortable. He just was a better fighter. Well, he wasn't a better fighter. He was good at positioning, and when he switched up, I didn't adjust well. So that pretty much was what, because I probably could have just continued to outwork and do little things, but 6th round he came out boxing, but you know what I mean. That says something about me, but I lost, so you can't really drill that, but it is what it is.
Right, you're right. Styles make fights, and you won't speculate on Ortiz versus Klitschko, but you went 12 rounds with Klitschko.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, who hits harder?
No, see, it's not a thing about who hits harder. Just Ortiz was just landing the cleaner shots. Because in the first round, I probably got hit with a harder shot than that other shot was. It just, just like Street Fighter. When you're playing, it's all the way up. And then, when you get hit, just go down, down, down. And when it turn red, the softest shot will hit you. It'll take you down. But that shot just so happened to be another hard shot. So, but I still got up. And like you said, I was aware. When I looked up, it's like, dang. Like I knew what happened. I knew how I was gonna go. And I just was like, dang. So.
If you were to fight him again, would you still pressure him?
If I were to fight him again, would I still pressure him? Probably not. But I have to look at it and see how effective that pressure was. But I just think I just need to, just be a little bit more busier to, to make up for some of that, inexperience. Because it showed tonight. All the other fights, maybe when guys were more experienced, my conditioning and my strength pretty much overpowered it. But tonight the experience showed, and it is what it is. I ain't worried about nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I get a question for Eric, if this is okay.
Yes.
Christmas is coming up. The last couple of weeks, he had Canelo over Cotto, and he had Ortiz tonight. How big was that for Golden Boy? To have.
You know what? I mean, our message has been very, very clear. A lot of boxing right now on TV, it's a little oversaturated with boxing. The only way we can, stay in the business basically is make great fights. And that's all we're trying to do is make great fights. You win some, you lose some. We lost Matisse. That was a big loss for us. We lost Lemieux. But as long as you make these big fights, these important fights, that's what's important to us. We try to make these big events. I mean, hey, we knew this was a tough fight with Brian Jennings. We knew it. But, personally, I want to thank him and his team. They accepted this. They didn't have to fight this guy. They came off a great performance with Klitschko. They didn't have to do it. But he's a warrior. He's got a heart of a champion, and he decided to do it. And I just think that that's important. When you make great fights, and when you have a team and a partner like HBO, and they have the same vision and they want to make great fights, it's good for everybody. Everybody wins.
Jennings, what exactly was your game plan? Was it the same game plan as the Klitschko fight? I mean, just fighting a taller guy, pressure.
Well, no, the game plan pretty much was just wearing down, pick my shots, and I have underestimated power, to where as though if I land clean, it'll get you, but the plan was to just kind of wearing down. He was older guy, and but when he switched up, he kind of went to lazy mode. But experienced individuals, when they go to lazy mode, it still could be effective, because they just have so much experience. So and I didn't adjust well, so that's what got me in trouble.
Eli, question for Eli and Ortiz. 2016, you start off with the Big Bang. You got heavyweight fighters like Deontay Wilder and Orange Street. You got Charles Martin, fight Cesar Glasgow. You got Mansour, fight Lazini. Where do you see both of you guys at? Coming back, when you win, 2016 coming back, you guys want to fight 2016. And Tyson Fury, the first one, did that rematch.
I want to fight the best, and that's what I always wanted.
my question to you, Eric.
Yes.
Speaking about the best, as we know, those fighters are down without even seeing Showtime. We guys need to work that down the line and get that HBO Showtime working together. How's that?
We're gonna get together with our team. When I get back home, I'll get together with Oscar. We'll get together with Jay, his manager. We'll talk to HBO, and we'll see who's the best. He'll fight anybody. That's all he's ever done. Ever since he came to us, Golden Boy, he said, just give me the opportunities, I'll fight anybody. Line them up, I'll fight them all. And, so it's just a matter of getting together and, see what's the best matchups we can make for him.
The Obama administration has taken steps to normalize diplomatic relations with Cuba. How important is this victory on the island, and how important would it be, and how big would it be if he were to fight for the heavyweight title and win it?
Oh, that would be huge. I mean, that would be huge. It's a dream of his to fight in Cuba. And, I mean, obviously with the great history of heavyweights in Cuba, from Stevenson, Sabone, some of those, it's big. It's big, and we've talked about it, and we've talked about taking them back to Cuba and maybe doing something out there when the time is right. It's not right yet, but it's getting there. So it's meaningful for him. It's meaningful.
Para mí es algo grande. Para mí la victoria fue algo grande porque no peleé con un peleador cualquiera, peleé con un hombre de experiencia, de calidad, con cojones, como decían nosotros.
He said, this is a big victory for me. It's a big victory because of who I fought. I fought a quality heavyweight, a guy with a name, a guy that can fight, and and a guy with cojones.
Right. Beating me was definitely something that he should definitely be proud about because I look at myself as the #1 heavyweight in the world. And he came through with a clean defeat. Ryder came through, tested. He's clean, and he should be very proud. And he should take all the accolades that come along with it. All right.
Okay, any more questions for Luis? Luis is hungry, so he wants to get going.
Yes.
1 or 2 questions, go.
Does having the WBA interim title put him in position with the organization to fight either Shagayev or
Yes, definitely.
Fury?
Definitely. We're going to look into that. We're going to look into everything. We're going to sit down. We're going to look at all the heavyweights that are available. We're going to get together with his team. We're going to get together and come up with the best possibilities for him. He deserves nothing but the best, and that's what we're going to bring.
Who does he want the most? Who would he like?
He wants Wilder for all the trash he was talking. On the steroid. So he really wants to fight.
What does he think about Wilder's next fight?
He thinks that's not a fight. He thinks he should fight the best.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thank you. He's hungry, so he's going to get for his kids. Thank you, guys.